Okay, so the purpose of this video is to give you a quick introduction to the use of breakout rooms. So the first thing that you have to do is to make sure that breakout rooms are enabled in your Zoom account. So what you do is you go to zoom.us, the web-based thing. You can't do this in the app on anything. You have to go log into your account, which is fine. And when you do, there's a set of settings. And one of the settings is this one about breakout rooms. So it says, breakout room allow hosts to split meeting participants into separate smaller rooms. You want to make sure that that's toggled on. Because if it's not, you won't have the option to do breakout rooms in the meeting that you're hosting. And you only have to do that once. So once you do it, it's done, and that's the way that is. There's an additional setting, which is to allow the host to assign participants to breakout rooms when they're scheduled in meeting. And, you know, if you're in a class and you're going to use Zoom each week for your class or twice a week, whatever it is, and you want them to be able to move into the same groups each time, then maybe you want to do that. So you could decide on whether that. I've never used that, but it doesn't mean it's not worth doing. Okay, so now I have the setting done, and that's great. So now I go to Zoom. I go into my Zoom meeting, and you'll see, so what you're seeing is I have myself here at the top as the host, and I've logged in, I've joined the meeting on my phone, and you see that I'm in a kitchen somewhere. And you'll see that I have this doodad now that says breakout rooms. Like I may have said a moment ago, depending on the platform that you're in, this menu bar may be at the top of the screen, the bottom of the screen, but it's going to be there. It's going to say breakout rooms. And when you click on it, it's going to give you two options. So it's going to tell you of one participant. Do you want me to set them up automatically or manually, and into how many rooms? So I have 15 students. I want to put them in groups of 3. So I could either set up, it would say assign 15 participants into 5 rooms. If I do it automatically, it just takes them and distributes them. If I do it manually, then I'm going to control over who goes into what. So in this case, it won't matter because there's only one other person. And so I hit assign. I'm going to be presented with the people that are in the meeting. It's just me in the other room. So now I'm in room 1. If I wanted to create more rooms, I could, although that makes no sense now. And then I can open the rooms. And now what happens is that all the participants get invited to join that room. And so what we'll see is that person will leave, because I just joined the meeting, that person leaves that meeting and goes into the breakout room. Okay. So now I'd like to join the breakout room to go be with that person. If you have multiple rooms, it'll be a list of all the rooms and who's in them, and you'll get a chance to join any one of them. When I join it, yes, do I want to do it? Yes. So now it's working its magic, and in a second I will simply appear in that breakout room. And so this is kind of like a Star Trek transporter effect. I just appear in the room, I visit people, I do whatever I want to do, and then I decide to leave the room. And so I'm going to leave the breakout room, which will put me back in the main room. And now if we look at the participants, I'm by myself because the other person is still in the breakout room. I can send messages, so I could use the chat menu to broadcast. I could broadcast them everyone. So please finish up your discussions. And what you would see is, what they will see is a notification on their screen with the message. And now when I'm ready for everyone to come back, I click on close all rooms, and they're given, they're going to get prompted to leave the room now, but you'll see there's a timer, and at 60 seconds, they're all going to come back anyway. And so now I see no one is in the breakout rooms. They're all here back with me, and that's how it goes. So hopefully that was, so a couple of things about breakout rooms. One is, if you're recording the session, when you move people into breakout rooms, all the recording is paused because it doesn't record the individual sessions. That's the first thing. Second thing is whoever's in the breakout room can share their screen. Anyone in the breakout room can share their screen with anyone else. So if they're doing some kind of group work where they're talking about a common text, or they're writing together, or creating a diagram or something together, they can do that. They don't need your control to do that. Thirdly, they're able to record the breakout room session, which then they can share with you, and sometimes people want to do that. So those are all options available to the students when they're in breakout rooms. All right, so hopefully this quick introduction was helpful, and have fun.